Hello YouTube, we are back. Let's speak to Ilderbud. Yeah, just making sure I change. Oops. Ah, Lily. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard, common thugs of no consequence. But they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Bait and switch. Now then, we should make for the burning wall, without delay, and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Lily. I didn't pay attention. And hey, I have the flame salute. I'm not a crystal brave though, so I mean, do we get that? Cause we get the storm salute, which is that. Yeah, we don't have a crystal brave salute, so we can't do the salute back. Not that it's like done elsewhere. It's always done in a cutscene, so it's not like we can do it. But I was just curious if we had it. I forgot if you get a crystal one. Burning wall, yeah, burning wall of this area. I thought so. I spy the one man. There are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Hey, thug. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should have never come here. Okay, there we go. That. My tank stands up. More! And more! I don't know what level miner you have to be, but on one of the mining nodes around here, you can quite often get a minion. If I remember right, I can't remember if it's a quartz, which is the little things from the cobalt mines, the like blue things that are like supposed to be like like an octopus or something like that, whatever you want to call them. Or if it's a marble, I think it's the quartz. I think it's the little like, cobalt mined enemy. But there's a minion you can mine out around this area. I think it's in the first cave, like right before I talked to Ilbred the first time. I don't understand. Well, what's this all about? Yeah. It's not always there, by the way. Like it's a random rare one or something like that. I don't know if it's hidden and you can pull it out, but I think it's rare if it shows up. But almost every single one of my characters that have been mining and mine in the area get one. I think my main character ended up getting like 4 of them because I mined so much in the area. That's why I just always remember it somewhere around here. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. Before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring in an experienced recruit. Commander will be disappointed. Will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dust white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Board of Flames and brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even the accomplishment is lacking. For information we received indicated a massive shipment. And this is anything but. You think that was true? It seemed a little suspicious. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskright sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. Actually, let me check if Okay, I did change my audio properly. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Udal in my stead. Entrust them to the Third's Yu He will take care of the rest. I don't necessarily mind headpieces like this. I probably wouldn't keep it on. But I don't mind this because you can still see our hair, you can still see like the symbols. And even depending on what your angle of the camera, you can still see the like gems on. Where am I taking this to? Up somewhere? Let's go to the Weavers. It's closest. Well, it's one of the close ones. Anyway. Oop. Jailbird, I think. No, Wilred. Right out here. Elian. Eliane? Why, Lily, this is a surprise. Rush wished for me to thank you for helping us to rescue her from the Castrum Sentry. Unfortunate that we could... How fortunate that we could meet again so soon. Hey, Wilred. Do you hear, my friend? I've received my first official assignment as a full-fledged member of the Crystal Braves. Fuck yeah. Ah, the Warrior Light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks to your assistance in Krithis. Now what brings you to us this day? I got the goods. That was just in my back pocket. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilberd, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Rael stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. Blatant falsehood. Clearly, Rael is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldon merchants. Whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. Still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'd be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Ceruleum processing plant. Time for the Fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Iliane, for the freedom of all. Now it's in his back pocket. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Lily, a word if it pleases ye? Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't ye worry. What's going on? Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle or commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the burning wall, and you and the captain interrupted the exchange. What happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. He is suspicious as fuck. That's not quite how the first told it. These dust rights they were chasing. The latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself. Not before the fighting started, and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in my bones. In me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boast. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a honeylender's books, or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started. Believe me, Commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and the third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I've got a lot on me mind these days, and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, let's get back to it. Keep me posted, my man. I trust you. Elite, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able. So while I am here... I don't think they've turned these in yet. Okay, we can still do that. Fisher. That's a tiger cod. Oh, there's no point. You see the bottom, it says Fisher Lovecraft has reached maximum level. Your retainer cannot exceed your own level in any given class, so there's no point in trying to level her up. Hey, here's an example. See how there's a little check mark? I'll be able to do that, but I can't do this. You cannot dispatch a retainer to obtain items you've never gathered yourself. That's what I meant about having to do it yourself. So eventually you want to do it yourself. You want to at least get one of everything. And then as you see, you'll get a few, we'll bring them back to you. But anyway, that's that. Minor. Maximum is 15, so it still can level up. Oh, we don't have enough. Let's see. No, the only one I have is the one I'm actually using. Stuff I'm using. Just the level 1 thing. Using. Level 1. The dress shoot. Yeah, so I don't have anything to equip them. So right now they're maxed as can be. Yes, in that manner. Do I have... do Marauder. I don't think I will have... Yeah, I won't have another one, so let's see. I won't have another level 1. So Battlecraft? War gear. 109. Oh wait, armor. We don't want armor. That doesn't matter. Where's the weapon one? Maybe over there still, that independent arms archer? Weathered war axe. They all start at level 1, so And now you have that. So now you should be able to... Boom. Send you out on one. Start leveling you up a little, since the other ones I can't level up until I hit. I kind of don't want to mess with leveling up the gatherers until... or crafting until I'm pretty much in, actually, until I'm pretty much done with Heaven's Ward, because that's the best stuff to do. So I'm not going to put a priority on them right now. Not that I'm not going to do it at all, but I won't be able to do the adventures and like leveling them up until I do it more. So I might as well start leveling that one up too. Also, I'm thinking about it. Well, I was thinking about something. And then I opened up the menu and my brain went away. There's something to do. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, we're still way under. I was like, I know I got like 3,000 or something, I think, of the seals because of the trials, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't bumping them up. Thank you for coming so quickly, Lily. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most determined lady, by all indications. May that name be Lucia? Our guest is with Minfilia in the Solar, at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? At this point, it would be more unnerving if he spoke plainly. Unexpected tidings from the north. Borne by the Lord Commander's second. What manner of wind bloweth this day? This is no time for idle chatter. Good of you to join us. We have much to discuss. Hey, Minfilia.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Lucia?
I believe the two of you have met.
How you doing?
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm.
Astrologians?
Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald. Only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard-Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard-Zorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Sure.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Dun dun dun. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. Yeah, Dragon Papa. As Aranje stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is a wreckage of the Igrius, a former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius Ben Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordana. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day, Midgard-Zorma. Sorma? Legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Igris. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's Cerulean engines failed and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its water and crystallizing ether for miles around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emeric's wishes, our Domian allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Okay. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Before I depart, I must needs speak with Minfilian in private, if you'd be so kind. Okay. Guess I'll go. I think this is a dungeon. that we're coming up on soon? We still got quite a bit to do, but we're getting close to the end of post game now. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Guardians. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrom's Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. Castrom's supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then. The Asgardians honestly fear the worm might rise again. Well, from here, that seems unlikely. But if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage and the aforementioned Garleans, who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Icarus, then climb to the top. It's the only viable approach, I'd say. Let's go. Let's get it. Oh, what? I guess I didn't do enough damage to that one. Eventually de-aggroed one of the DPS. These are the things I was saying. You can get a mini one of these Goblins, I think. I think they're what the minion is. In the Burning Walls. Okay. Son of the Keeper. fuck are you things too? Them licking me again. Okay, so they take turns. Now I'll spin him. Focus on me, little buddy. Fix the suck. Next floor. god, not the alarms again. Fuck off with your alarms. Shit. I have a question for your survivability that you went after that mech before I did. Sir? Focus on me, what the hell? Wow. 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 Get me out of this bitch. Let's follow the next alarm. Hey, I see a gunship. Fire's burning on the dance floor. Whoa. Feel safe. was like, is they gonna kill me or what? I know I should not be this low. Oh, watch out for the gunfire. They indeed did not watch out for the gunfire. At least, wait, did two of them get hit? I couldn't tell. I know one did. For the way through. The wagon. Get him. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting dragons. You got the dragonflies, you got the worms. Thank you.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Oh shit.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Okay, I fear you a little bit. If I remember right, this is a fight that bodes well for paying attention to directional stuff too. And I'll explain if it is what I think. But it's Well, it's not actually been a while because I actually joined. Oh, you can't actually trigger them. Disgusting. I was gonna say he's looking that way. Is it him? You're full of fear is thy heart. Hearken to me, mortal. Thou shalt know I am thy Lord. Oh, there we go. There's one of the other ones. Oh, it's a multi-hit one. I forgot about that. You're 100% looking at me there. You are too, so. I think this should be free, yeah. Okay, I don't think this is the one I was thinking it was. There. As soon as it blows, you can walk to the one prior. But there's one that doesn't show the indications of how the attack can happen. You only know because of which way it's facing. There's no like thing to dodge on the ground like they do. I was thinking that was him, but it's not. Leave.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
Alright, thank you.
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
You bitch! That bitch took my crystals.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker.
I think of you a bitch.
Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
He's a mini now. Oh, not Mount Minion. So there's one thing I really like about this minion. And I wonder if I forget how, if it's, I think it's random. I'm also curious how it looks. On like a Lilithfell. It's like an idle animation, so I'm not sure if they'll do it or not. Yeah, that bitch took my crystals. My feeble blessing, fucker. Sir, are you gonna not do what I want you to? I actually don't know what triggers it, or if it's completely random. It seems to be random to me. I'll continue on, and when if it happens, I'll point it out or what I was going to talk about. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. We're in, right? Yes. There it is. Oh, it's on my fucking head! That's funny as shit. Okay, so... He'll stay there until you get into combat. So when it's on my like Rogadon and stuff, he's on my shoulder. But apparently, that's too funny. I'm gonna take a picture of that. That's just funny to me. Instead of my damn shoulder, it's on my head. That's a 10 out of 10 animation for that. Anyway. And there's the crystal tower, we'll have to do that. But we'll go until it tells us we have to. But yeah, that's why I like the minion, because he sits there. He'll sit on it. Well, he'll sit on your shoulder, as other classes, while you're like crafting too. So like if you're banging the hammer out and stuff, and, like blacksmith and whatnot, he'll just chill on your shoulder while you're doing it. I love it. Not a fan that he takes my crystal, but you know, shit happens. Have you spoken with Alpha now? Yet? He has been pacing again. I didn't even notice. Minion's not here. Do minions always despawn when you're in Rising Stone? Ranjay! Truth interpreted is truth transformed. Today's heroes may yet become tomorrow's gods or something else. Welcome home, Lily. Alphno is worried sick about you. Why don't you go and set his mind at ease? That praise the 12s that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfili informed me of Sir Emeric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it? Then I would hear your report. You conversed with Midgard Sommer. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Wormlord did not perish, and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgard Soma in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you are not telling us, Lily? You seem different somehow. It's almost as if you are missing something. Something important. Well, you took my crystals too. 12 for Fen! Midgard Soma has stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you alright? How do you feel? I feel fine. I just feel a little dim. I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. Beggar's belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Soma made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Elthiek and Nemia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgard Soma ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but with Hydaelyn herself. Well, if he is watching over you as he claims, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Art thou a pawn or a master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Tap, 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 tap.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
I like how
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Is you smart? I love how all the salutes are just like arm up. It's either like straight up or to like the side. Like, fuck, I'm slightly at 1 o'clock. Now I'm saluting Twin Adders instead of the Braves. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny to me. It's like the Storm Salute. Actually, a little more of like a actual like salute there, but they're all like that. Some like variation of it. There's the Imperial one. See? It's all about the hand. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgarsoma who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Ere I forget, I believe Moonbrita has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians? Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I should be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Mumbrita. All done. All done with talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we? Speak with Moonbrita once more. I like how if they have you talk to the same person back to back, they do that usually. Like, speak with Moonbrita again, once more. They do that on quite a few quests, I think. Instead of just saying, speak with her again. Like, did I not complete the objective?
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
Are you listening? This will
So
be on
our
the
hopes
test.
rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant.
What is Sentry?
Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Let's go. We need ether on demand, everybody. Gotta get that ether. It would seem that the events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Red will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Uldal. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones. For a time, the Yamen travels to Udal, and we shall serve as our escort. As my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial mechanisms, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front, or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Asilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections. But I fear that Udal has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, my lady. Okay, Boulder. Flex on us. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? Got another flex for us, man? Take good care of her. I like how you can like see the current area achievements. Oh, I do have titles now. Because of I'm probably not gonna put one on, but so how this works is depending on which one you get, like if I do this, now I have it above my head. Icebreaker. Whoops, I didn't mean to keep it on. I hit the wrong button. Commander sent word that you becoming a veteran of your talents is most welcome. Livier? Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Umalja. But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Ruban's Push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. Guardians could begin marching on us at any time. We speak with Lieutenant, and that we might coordinate our counter strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. I doubt it will be welcome tidings. Let me do what I was actually doing. What I was trying to do before that. What I was gonna say is, it depends on where you put it too. To see now it's below my name, Defender of Eorzea. You can to my remembering, it's based on where the ... is. Your name is wherever that is. So you can kind of tell, is it going to go before or after my name? Anyway. Corporal Lovecraft and my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draughtsmen, you see, have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices of Imperial design no less. By my order, the Flame Station here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial Army. We once again ask for your aid. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with Crystal Braves. They decided to take to the field to meet this assault head-on. I have appraised your fellow Scions of the situation, and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Eliane, and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. Be it a squad of soldiers with some magitech monstrosity, I shall allow no foe to harm the lovely Moonbreeder. Considering the weapon she wields, I don't believe the lady is in need of additional protection. She's gonna ask you a question. Actually, she has my axe. Yeah, I think it's the same axe. It's just I'm small, so it looks a lot smaller. Have you ever seen Moon swing her axe? Swipe, slice, cleave! There's really no stopping her. Now that is an impressive piece of steel. Isn't it a beauty? A lady merchant in Revenant's Toll simply gave it to me. Said she was investing in the future or some such. Right. Then, time to see if all this training has paid off. Augur, guide my blade. Glad to have you with us, Lily. As I'm sure Lieutenant has explained, the Guardians have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianum? I think that's how Alphino said it. Something to that effect. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves when they approach to the west. We wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilberg. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the force should have little trouble contending with aught the Guardians might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless, holed up in Udal, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Guardians. A wise course, indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scion shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the third then, Warrior Blight. Your job will be intercept these squads hiding out in the west. Prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuhashi. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Where'd they be? Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemies. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. You know, you're not wrong, but also fuck you. You're a one-woman army, so you get to fight the squads that you fight by yourself. See ya! Meanwhile, the four of us are gonna go fight the squads by ourselves. And again, you're not wrong, but asshole. You big robotic ass despawn. Thank you. Like again, you're not wrong, but like you could at least feign wanting to, you know, help me. I got a Reaper. Did my groups. You seem grim, Cyan. I'll take that to mean that, between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the Fourth and let Lieutenant Eliani know the west is now clear. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to the Lieutenant. Purple Lovecraft, what news of the Guardians? The raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Eliane has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogadin lady with the large axe. But it appears she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what the task keeps her from returning to civilization, but northern Stanelin is no place to wander alone, even a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way.
Hold on, I won't be a second.
I think this is a pay attention to the dialogue.
The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
she senses me. A useful talent.
Oh, there actually are in English. I forgot about that. Because it's still black, so only we can understand it.
Anasian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge. Seeker of truth.
I forgot they
Meddler.
changed that.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
She doesn't have echo, so she can't understand it.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
I like
Do
the
settle down.
I like the oh fuck.
You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us?
We need to go.
Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff.
And now I said we need to go.
Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Like I said, we need to go. You're here. Oh shit. Master Louis Soir's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now.
You two!
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you.
The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Yoink.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
We got ourselves a trial. Let's see. What? Oh, it's a lower one. Oh no, it's not. What is it? It's 90. Do we have the ability to switch? I don't know. We're lower, but that's because of this. Do we have... aiming, slaying, healing. Let's just put on this. Does that give us... yeah, it gives it enough. Because again, with their damn rings and shit. It's not like our good one, but yeah. That way we can still be DPS doing this. Also, I can just click this too, and it'll take me right there too. It is just the same. "10-minute wait." Anyway, considering this is generally close to it, it's usually unlikely that it's gonna proc a lot earlier. I'm gonna pause the recording until we get there, just so you don't have to sit through the wait. But I'll see you in a second. Hey, we're still not there. 60-minute wait time so far. I was just gonna unpause it real quick because while the brother comes, I'll probably pause it again in a couple minutes, but if it doesn't pop up. But this is the reason I say that I think like the trials should also be like duty support if it's story related, because I'm sitting here 17 minutes soon and still don't have the group. And like I said, I've waited for certain dungeons and stuff. I've waited like 30 minutes before. I've waited 60 minutes before. Some of them have been not main story though. The longest ones I think weren't main story. They were like unlocking more hard mode stuff. But yeah, this kind of puts a damper if you're somebody that just wants to play the story. Because like obviously I paused the video so you didn't have to wait all this time, and I'm gonna pause it again in a bit if it doesn't pop up. But on my own time, that's like 20 minutes that I've been waiting, and I can't really walk away because I gotta be able to start the video back up and stuff. And yeah, you can do other stuff while you're waiting. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can craft and all that. I don't usually do that, but it's just and I'm sure it's just the timing too, because technically speaking we're on US servers and it's 4 AM, so it's not really I would imagine peak time for anybody that's not an insomniac like me, but like I said, if you're trying to get through like the story and stuff, like right now I'm trying to get through the story, because we're not ridiculously far. I'm trying to think, but I would guess we're like maybe 10 quests out from finishing the Realm Reborn. But we do have to do the like 2 or 3 dungeons in the Crystal Tower, so that takes a while. Because that queue requires a lot of people, but those queues are like, I believe, end game, so I feel like if I remember right, they come faster than like these. I don't think I've ever had to wait that long for doing the Crystal Tower. But now that I say that, when I get to that video, because it won't be in this one that I'll do the Crystal Tower, but when we get to that video, it'll take forever probably. It's just like I said, it just kind of kills the pacing of the story when you have to wait this long for like a dungeon. That's my only complaint. And if I was like farming it and stuff or whatever, I wouldn't mind it. But like, or if in the case like I'm not recording or going through the first time, it's not a big deal. Because like when I was actually doing like dungeons I hadn't... Oop, there we go. Finally got one. But yeah, so it is what it is. It's an MMO, so you should expect that kind of stuff. But oh my god, everybody just said hi immediately. I heard at least 6 people being there. You bastard! Give her back! I think at this point I must be the only one that's in effect. Because I think that was too many pings. See, in a lot of these cutscenes, you don't really need. Like, that didn't really give us much. But I still want to see it. Obviously I'm recording, so I'm going to show it to all of you. But yeah, we need to... remember it, we need to like actually trigger these things. Like keep away. The healers were shielding and everything. That's why I was trying to get so close. Oh, he for some reason canceled my lock on him. See, that's a shield that one of the healers have. Possibly it's the power to stop time itself. Oh, my eyes. Nope. He got wiped. Only the tanks are active. Whoopsie. This is not good. I think they're getting out of that. See. Can I build beam him? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that mechanic is exactly. I've only done this for the story, so. Let's actually turn it over. When you do the orbs, you get a red one, get a black one. Okay. And vice versa. Okay, so that's what you do with those. You know. I'll keep their chat on, just so we know the mechanics, because I don't know the mechanics of this fight that well, so. That's the benefit of, you know, having the chat on, but I don't like toxic people, because the, oop, no, thank you. No, bad. Gonna blast my ass. I got red, so I need black. Don't need that, I need black. Okay, the black ones are all that. Oops. Messed up a good pass. god, I can't read the text. Where's the feature? Is it more people take? Is it shared? Is that what it is? Where's the thing we were fighting? Oh, whoa. What just happened to me? Oh, we went back. But I did die. I did put it in to fight that shit. Died. And then they got it. So I think what it is it's all about getting that tier down fast before the meteors go down. I think that must be the mechanic. See, when you do this with other people, you don't really get to learn the mechanic. Look at all these fine, fancy people. Party babes. Thanks for the party babes. Fair enough. Okay. My thanks. I received a player accommodation. Nobody was still in the match, so I can do anyone, but...
You're safe. Thank the 12.
That was too funny, though.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
But wait.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What? What trickery is this? No. No! You cannot! No!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate! Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
trying.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louisoix, I understand now the choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You daft old coot.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Go fuck yourself.
Moonbreeder. She's gone. You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
That's another one.
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice, was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered, and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
I don't know if it's just because it's Aranje that's saying it, who has, like, generally the whole, oh, I'm not, you know, like, silence and his own things, but that scene always is so sad because it's not hidden behind, like, his phrasings or anything. He just, you can tell he's just breaking down for that one. Our list of grievances against the Ascians was already overlong. Must they continue to add to it? Would we had arrived a few moments sooner? Just a few moments. Oh, Moon, I miss you so much already. She was counting on the theory that a soul's ether burns brightest at the moment of its passing. A scholar until the very end. Never have I seen Orange so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Sharlayan Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life and mourn her passing. In memory of Moonbreeda. As Moonbreeda was a native of Sharlayan, I feel it's only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Rathfrost and is sacred to Aliat, the guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. I forget, is that in here? No. Or no, it is. It's over there. Okay. For some reason I was thinking the one area was not in Revenant's Soul. But I was like, as I was scrolling, I was like, no, that's an area in Revenant's Soul. Or Mordana, I guess, not Revenant's Soul. I just like the fact that, like, you barely actually get to know Moonbreeda. And they just, like, offer. But for some reason, like, I don't know if it's just... I don't know how it is, but for whatever reason, like, her death is impacted, in my opinion. Even though she's like a quick character. It says a lot about the writing, in my opinion, that they can make you like a character so quickly. You're already on my head.
Forgive me, Moonbreeda. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Like how I'm the only one that can see this little motherfucker. But like I said, another one lost. At least this time we took one of the Asians with us, with him. So sad though. Did they talk about it? The rising stone feels somehow colder. Moonbrita always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. I don't feel much like talking at the moment. You could just give me some time? I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papalimo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. We must find some means of protecting ourselves from Asian intrusions. There must be a way. Yeah, Tataru's not there. Just noticed. The tar room. And though we have said our farewells, the pale of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as the leader. It's my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Lily? 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louisoix, Moonbrita, Nora. Our fellows at the Waking Sand, yeah, Nora. Their spirit and dedication to our cause. However, we will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, but, of course, 'tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Lily. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day. Have you a moment, Lily? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She's not been herself since Moonbreeda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Let's try to deal with Moonbreeda's related stuff in this video yet, and then we'll call it. That way, all of them are like connected. Probably make it like a 3-hour video, but because we still got a bit of talking and stuff here. Hey, it's Lily! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago. It's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know, it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you can maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Sure, I got you. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wrath Frost. Okay. Meet you there, Ida. Are you gonna say the same thing, or? Yeah. Hello. Oh wait, we're not outside yet. Can't summon my mount inside. That would be up here. Rowena, so she'll be in one of these. She's straight ahead? Yes. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Flower payment. Huh? They've got you running errands now? Them signs really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Send the savior of yours to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously though, you best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Until that Ida lasts, I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. I wonder why she didn't want to come talk to you. I don't understand why. Like, you're the kindest person and, you know, most sympathetic that I've ever talked to. Why not? I never played before they revamped this, but I heard that in post game there was somewhere of upward of like another like 40 some quests or something like that they removed. that were kind of like, I think like these, like not really that relevant necessarily, but like still character building in my opinion. And people would like were really like annoyed that it was so long. Even now that they removed stuff, it's still pretty long. I don't mind it though, I like it. But I do think that if it's like character building stuff that's like lesser needed, they probably should have done it in side quest, not main quest though. Ugh. Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. When I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again and then again and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moonbreed, I love these things, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Ishgard be fucked.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
I'm gonna get back there, but I'm not going to start it. We'll do that in the next video. I guess we didn't make it to three hours. It didn't take us as... I guess there might still be more stuff, but either way. I couldn't remember exactly like what we did. I just knew that Ida needed to go back there and then see. Go ahead and get in here in the private area. But on that note, I am going to call this video here. We made great progress to the main story this time. So yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.